special COVID. Welcome, everybody, to our Wednesday afternoon live stream. It is our special COVID edition. It's a very blustery Wednesday afternoon, so I hope everybody battens down. Tonight it's supposed to be below 30, so if you've got some veggies out there or plants, you might want to bring them in. This Friday, our first round of hanging baskets will be in town, and we will have those at the Chamber of Commerce. Different than most years, it will not be a free-for-all on the deck of the Chamber of Commerce. What you will need to do is park in the chamber and or across the street, and please bring a mask, and we will assist you with the flowers. We will only let 1 or 2 people up on the deck at a time. And don't worry, there's plenty of flowers and everybody's going to get their share. So for those of you who have ordered, they will be in on Friday afternoon. They will not be there in the morning. So please remember that. A couple things that have happened. Again, we do these Wednesday shows so that we can try and get you the latest information. Changes happen in our environment right now very, very quickly. Many people have seen that the governor has put out a first draft of restaurants opening very soon. We are looking at expanding outdoor dining. They feel that it is safer there with an 8-foot social distancing. Now, with that in mind, we will also, the Archuleta County and a contingency of businesses in the chamber have put together a variance to the safer at home order. It will probably coincide very closely with the governor's orders, but we will continue to submit the variance because we believe that it includes more businesses to open in our community than the governor's orders will probably project. So stay tuned for that. It is happening on a daily basis. We're waiting for the governor's orders to come out. I'd like to mention that we've had a lot of questions on masks. I go out people will tell us I go out into the businesses and I don't see people wearing masks. The reality is that masks are encouraged, but they are not required. Now, unless you are a business owner and you require them in your business, we do have that signage from San Juan Basin Health that does let you know that masks are required in your business. I want to thank the community. We had masks available, but they were gone in literally about an hour. So I'm sorry that we weren't able to get them to everybody. We are working on another project to get masks into the community. So if you are a sewer and you're not burned out from sewing masks, if you could contact us and leave us your name, email, and phone number, or email us at info@pagosachamber.com. We would love to hear from you. So we can either deliver signage to your business or there is signage available at the chamber if you're in the downtown area. So again, if you're interested in, and you are a sewer or you know some people that are, we're hoping that we're going to get a mask program together, and we are looking for some sewers. So if you could contact us, we would be most appreciative. The other thing before we go to our special guest today is I want to mention 2 new programs, financial programs that are out and about. And that, of course, is another round of funding for the PPP program. So please know that you can apply for that. If you missed that, look at signing up again. As well as the First Southwest Community Fund has a rapid response and recovery launch program. They are offering loans up to $100,000. They're devoted to businesses that may not have been able to qualify for PPP or EIDL money. So do know that that is out there as well. That information will be on the Chamber's website, the Southwest CODA website, and of course, First Southwest Bank. And the other thing that I do, again, want to remind people is if you're still in a quandary of what to do, please contact the SBDC. They do have information to help you. They have consultants on board, and that's what they're there for. Now, excuse me, I'd like to welcome our guest, Wendy Mccallister, to our show today. A cough is not good for a live stream. But I get so excited. But I'd like to welcome Wendy Mccallister, who is just a critical community member here in our area, working with the local food banks, as well as particularly St. Patrick's. But excuse me, Wendy, and the Food Coalition. You know, one of the concerns with the COVID-19 and people out of work is food security. So can you kind of walk us through that process and let us know what resources might be available to people and how you and all the different organizations are helping people out in our community?
Sure. I was invited to join the Food Coalition back in November. They had been loosely organized for a couple of years before I joined. And I was invited to join as the representative of St. Patrick's Episcopal Church Food Pantry. So I went to a couple meetings, and food security and helping the underserved has always been my passion. So I was immediately drawn to the group. There are at this time 6 food pantries, including St. Patrick's, involved in the food pantry effort. And those include Amazing Grace, the CUMC Methodist Church, JP2, the Catholic Church uptown, Restoration Fellowship, which is behind City Market, and the Terra Community Center, which is the community center down in Arbalese. They've recently joined our group, and we're so thankful to have them. They have networked and connected with several resources that have been so helpful to us. Other community meal providers include Loaves and Fishes, which have a congregate meal, not now, a congregate meal every Thursday. Senior Center has lunches weekdays. They are as well to-go lunches now. And also Meals on Wheels delivers meals to those that are needing some food support. So before COVID-19 pandemic happened, we would meet on a weekly basis and discuss ideas on how to collaborate and network and work efficiently together. The 6 food pantries that are involved have formed a really strong support network and a really strong bond. We operate pretty much in the same way, but we really like each other, and we all have really good ideas on how to work together. We have an exceptional support group with networking. Excuse me, I'm referring to my notes. I can't keep everything in my head at this age. So discussions ensued at the beginning on understanding the demographics of who we were serving and trying to reach all those who were underserved who didn't know about the food pantry and other sources for getting food support. Most of the food pantries have standard food boxes that they supply canned goods and dry staples. And this was pre-COVID, on a weekly basis. And then there's a few items we throw in there every month, like pancake syrup and peanut butter and stuff like that. Because nobody needs a jar of peanut butter every single week.
I don't know.
Maybe so, if you're a peanut butter lover. Discussions also included the composition of our food boxes, and we discovered that almost all of us provide pretty much the same stuff. Pasta and pasta sauce, macaroni and cheese, hamburger helper, crackers and bread, and all sorts of canned items, beans and fruits and vegetables. Discussions also ensued about the nutritional value of our boxes, which are really composed of foods that the food pantries can afford to distribute. And that doesn't necessarily mean healthy foods or fresh foods, because those are more expensive for us. And we're basically funded through private donations, through our congregations, and donations from local grocery stores. So we struggle, we're challenged every month, to be able to stock our pantries with the food that we want to hand out. Now, many of the food pantries are part of the Care and Share Food Bank, which allow us to order food at a discount, and they deliver once a month. And they go down to the CUMC parking lot, and we all gather and sort the food and distribute it to those who ordered. As part of Care and Share, we're also able to get donations from Walmart. Their surplus or food that's close to the expiration date. So the food pantries are able to supplement their boxes with some frozen meats, prepackaged salad and produce, and bakery items as well. And that had been rolling along very nicely. We were able to provide a pretty robust box for our food pantry recipients. Since COVID-19 and since the restrictions that have been put in place, things have changed dramatically with regard to what we can provide, funding for the food pantries, as well as how we interact with our volunteers and our recipients. So COVID-19 has changed us in a big way, especially our community being a resort community. Most of the people that are employed here are employed in the service industry. Restaurants, spas, hotels, vacation rentals, all those employees are non-essential, and they have been laid off. And many of these employees have families. So the makeup of the people that we serve has changed significantly, and the demand has increased a great deal. So we found ourselves seeing families and new faces and people that are, out of the necessity of the stay-at-home order, they are cooking at home. And they don't necessarily want to see boxed macaroni and cheese or a canned pasta sauce and some noodles. They would like to get some fresh foods for either cooking and baking bread and fresh produce for, getting a nice rounded family meal that is nutritious. So it's really forced us to take a look at what we provide in our food boxes. And it was a discussion that we had previous to COVID-19 about how we can provide more nutritionally dense food boxes. But this has really forced us to look at that, considering the demographic that we are serving, considering that people are home in their kitchens and they're wanting to cook good, nutritious food for their families.
So, Wendy, how can the community help the food pantries right now? What are 2 or 3 things the community can do to help out right now?
Well, the Food Coalition has started a community food drive. The community has been so generous. We have drop-off locations at the UPS store and at Pagosa Brewing Company. And we're also accepting financial donations as well. So the checks to be made out to POC, or the Pagosa Outreach Connection, they are the people who take care of the donations for us.
Okay.
And we have also been writing grant proposals to certain foundations, and we have received some grant awards as well. So the community has been very generous. We have been emptying the donation bins of dry foods and canned foods couple times a week easily, and we stage them at the church, and we just sort them out and distribute them among the 6 food pantries. So our goal is to be able to have a food pantry open every day of the week, so that if people need food support, they can come somewhere. Right now, the food pantries, the 6 of us, are open 5 days a week. The only days that there is not a food pantry open is Monday and Friday. And that's kind of a good thing, because the senior center does provide lunches on weekdays. And so they're covering Monday and Friday for us. The senior group is also part of the coalition, and they are starting to build food boxes as well and deliver them too, which is a really handy service.
Sure. So I'm going to interject just for a minute. If there are seniors or seniors that are looking to get a meal, you can either call the senior center or you can call the call center, the central call center. And
Right.
that's 970-422-7480. And we will put you in contact with someone that is taking those orders. So please, we don't want anybody to suffer. And so meal delivery, as well as they'll do grocery shopping and stuff. So I wanted to kind of insert that there to make sure that people are aware that, it's a simple way to get it taken care of.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. And that is on our website as well. The phone number and a form to fill out if you would like to be a volunteer to answer the phones, or if you would have a food need, there's a form to fill out there as well. Our volunteers will definitely put you in touch with people who can definitely take care of you, can deliver food, or can direct you to a place where you can pick up food.
Great. Well, Wendy, any last words? It's really changed our community and the way that we are experiencing some of the needs in our community. Your organization and the Food Coalition has certainly gained strength, and we're just so proud and so grateful to have you in the community. Not just the Food Coalition, but all the pantries that have been working tirelessly for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
So any last minute thoughts on the Food Coalition or the food pantries that you want to communicate?
Well, the Food Coalition, we're trying to use grant money to build a stronger network and also to help shorten the supply chain. So I want the community to know that we are looking for resources, ranchers and growers, to partner with to help us supplement our food boxes. We've used some grant money to buy CSA chairs with local farmers so that we can provide fresh produce. We've connected with the growers groups at the domes and at the gardens, and they are committed to growing a row for charity. So we really appreciate all of the people that we partner with. We are partnering with a couple of restaurants who will help us access food through some of their suppliers. And Pagosa Brewing Company is helping us with repackaging food so that we're legally able to still give it out. They have a commercial kitchen and they're washing produce and packaging it. And so that, we have a lot of partners who are supporting us. I also wanted to note really quickly that donations are starting to go down, and I think people are getting an inkling that the governor is going to take some baby steps to open up the state, which is a good thing. People will slowly be going back to work, but it's not going to be anything like we saw before for a long time. And so the donations are starting to drop off. The food that we are getting donated from the groceries has dropped off significantly. So my message, I suppose, is thank you so much for your generosity. Please don't stop for now.
Right. So again, with the food collection points as well as fiscal donations, please contact either the chamber and we'll put you in the right, point you in the right direction, or the Food Coalition, which that website and email address has been on the live stream notices. So any of the food pantries also can help you. So what a great effort. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you being on with us this week. It's a huge component of this time frame in our community. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Great. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for our Wednesday afternoon live stream again. Sorry for the coughing fit. As I mentioned, not good for a live stream. But please remember that if you need assistance in a number of the different programs, still financially, because this isn't open and isn't over and people are still moving forward. So we'll help you, put you in contact or talk you through what your issues are, what your needs are, and try and help you match you with the right programs. Don't forget the Food Coalition that was here today, as well as some other funding sources. Farmers Market will be starting up in June, probably mid-June, and that will be on the East Side Market, although the East Side Market area will be closed. But lots of stuff still going on. Continue to watch us on Wednesday. We'll try and get you the latest and greatest information. Don't forget to also join up and sign up and join our business Facebook updates group. Getting lots of activities and lots of things going on there, especially when the restaurants start to open. Post your hours and what you're doing on that website so that everybody knows. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Batten down the hatches. Thank you.